Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be a video talking about the new MacDon trailer that has been released by Giant Software regarding Farming Simulator 25. So if you don't know anything about the MacDon pack, it is part of the pre-order bonus, which you can pre-order the game down below in the description or use code FarmerCop at checkout. That does only work for PC copies. And also in addition to that, if you're not quite sold on the game yet, don't worry, you have until right before it releases to pre-order it and still get the MacDon pack, which we're going to talk about primarily in this video as a pre-order bonus. On your screen right now, you'll see parts of the MacDon pack, which we're going to see pretty much all of this actually shown off in the video we're going to go watch here in a second. But yeah, so we're going to talk about it and kind of break down different pieces of the MacDon trailer here. But first, I'm just going to let it play for you so you guys can see it. If you haven't seen it already, it's only 34 seconds long, so I'll let it play for you now.
Rated E for everyone.
All right, so now that you guys have seen it, we are going to break it down, take a look at it, and some different pieces here, and talk about some exciting things I think are part of this, and maybe some different things. I'm not an expert on the MacDon equipment in real life or anything like that, so I may just be making stuff up, but hopefully not. So let's talk about some of the things we see. You have a slightly zoomed in version of the trailer on your screen that I have open in VLC Media Player, so I can pause and stop it as I need, or stop and go as I need with it. So let's go ahead and play it. So E for everyone stuff. And again, I have the sound muted for you guys as well on it because you guys don't need to listen to it. But going forward, you see it here. It's moving around with the trailer. Nice trailer header there, or nice header trailer in the back there being pulled by the MacDon, which is cool. You also see the seat turn around like that. So actually, let's go back and take a look at that. Sorry, that's just very cool. If we go back to the beginning. So pulling it, you can see that this is pulling it backwards. The header is hooked up over here on the back of the MacDon, or excuse me, hooked up to the front of the MacDon. Is M1240? M1240? Yep, the MacDon Swather setup here. You see we have the header over there. That's the D160XL written right on the side there. But anyhow, you can see it is pulling it. Nice header trailer. Everything looks good here. You can see the driver is facing the wrong way of the MacDon. And then if we play it just a little bit further, you get a look at the driver here turning around and then getting ready to work. Hooking up off of the trailer, you see the wheels turn around nice and tidy. Nothing super crazy through here. We just see it doing some swathing. We see a look at the tire moving right there, which the animations on that, if you look up here, the animations look absolutely incredible on that. But yep, there it is. It's swathing the crops down, setting them down in the middle. And also, I want to talk about swathing for half a second here. If you guys don't know what swathing is, it's a lot of people are getting it confused with like leaving a straw swath on a field. So normally in Farming Simulator 22, base game, I know there's swathing on some maps, but base game Farming Simulator 22, you have straw swaths that you can leave. So that's when you have a harvester, not something like this, that goes across the grain like you have here, like the wheat or barley or whatever it is, harvests the grain off it, and then puts basically the stalks of the wheat or barley off the back as straw. And that'd be normally what you'd see coming out the backside of the harvester. This is different. This is where it's taking this whole thing, not taking any grain out of it. There's no capacity on the MacDon. It just sets it all on the ground. And then later, and we'll show this in a second, you pick it up with a harvester using a special header. Now you might say, okay, why would you do that? That's a lot of extra work. It is extra work. You do have to go over it twice. There are some reasons to do it in real life, which I'm not going to get into it. Actually, Omatana has, or Gamer Granny Tana, excuse me, has a very good video on her channel. She is Omatana, but Gamer Granny Tana is her English-speaking channel, where she talks about this actually in quite a bit of detail. Some of the reasons for swathing, such as like weed control and stuff like that. But anyhow, I don't know how it's going to work in Farming Simulator 25. I'm assuming we'll get a yield bonus or something if we do this, but we'll just kind of have to wait and see. But anyhow, that would be why you would swath, or what kind of swathing is essentially. So we keep moving here. Looks really good. And here we get a look at a draper header here. So this is just normal harvesting. Yes, this is part of the MacDon pack on, sorry, let me get here. This is part of the MacDon pack in terms of the pre-order bonus and all that, but this is not part of swathing. This is just a regular header being used by the John Deere harvester here. So just a MacDon branded header, which is pretty cool to see. So if we keep going, everything's going good here. So we're going to get to this here in a second. This is exciting. It's probably the most exciting part of this video. You can see here as we go forward, just ever so slowly, everything is adjusting very nicely. And you can see this here, that adjusts back and forth. And then we see another look here at everything adjusting. So I don't want to say for sure, but this might be something to do with like having headers that are auto level and work with the ground below you and kind of adjust to the terrain so they won't necessarily miss crops anymore, which would be pretty cool to see. And by the way, we are harvesting long grain rice in this image here. Obviously, we've changed harvesters here because it's the green harvester now, or a red harvester now. So we have, what is this, the case? Probably the new case. Yeah, it's got to be the new case. Yeah, right there. That's got to be the new case. But anyhow, it's not the John Deere. But regardless, it's very cool to see this. So I'm just going to let it play again from right here. The John Deere, you can see it's moving around a lot. This is a little thing showing the different levels and things, and it's adjusting. And you can see it on the side right here. You can see that little setup right over here. You can see it adjusting as it goes, which is pretty cool. So we zoom out, we see it adjusting as it goes. Super cool. So that hopefully will be something that's kind of like auto leveling headers. And then right here, we have, this is one of the kind of header setups that we'd use to pick up the crop off the ground. Now, one of the reasons to set it down first is to let it dry some more. Here we have something else going on where swathing is happening on the same field and immediately in the background. This looks like maybe soybeans? Maybe soybeans? I don't know. You plant experts out there probably leave me a comment saying I'm an idiot. But anyhow, looks like something. We see the swath down here, which matches the crop, by the way. This isn't the same texture as the wheat crop or the barley crop. This looks different. Well, we have the pickup header, which we have a harvester right here. So it picks it up off the ground and then grabs all of the grain out of it and then shoots the straw or whatever else out the back. So maybe we have like soybean straw and stuff in the game. We'll have to kind of see. But now it looks like it's just crushing it out the back, looking at it right there. So maybe not. That might have been a stretch there. Sorry, get your hopes up for a second. But you can see it's picking it all up. I'm just going to let this part play through a little bit. That all looks very good. And then we kind of just get our look. Here we have a look at the grass work. These, I'm going to be honest, these look very the same as FS22. Like there's not really a graphical improvement. Now I will say they are more varied, I think, but they all look very kind of abrupt. They don't look like maybe grass sitting on a field, but it does look nice otherwise. Here we have the swathings. This is the swaths here. You can see these swaths look different than the soybean swaths or whatever swaths we had earlier. And actually too, really cool, right where we're at here. This, I'm pretty sure, what map is this on? This is going to be on Riverbend Springs. Yeah, this is on Riverbend Springs. So I've driven down here. I've been through this little sawmill. But anyhow, just thinking about playing on the demo version. And that's it. So that is what we get in terms of the MacDon pack. But a lot of really cool information, actually. So I know that I really dove into that 34-second video, but I think there's a lot of cool stuff in there, and I think we have a lot to look forward to at that pack. So hopefully that excites some of you guys to maybe try to get the pre-order bonus because it looks pretty cool. But anyhow, regardless of that, if you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.